am Dana Litwin, CVA, and I am quite happy to speak again with my friend from the other side of the world from where I am in California, Tracey O'Neill, CVA in Australia. Welcome back, Tracey. It's been a couple years.
It has. It's so awesome to be chatting with you again, Dana.
What would you suggest for some Tuesday tips, like a few quick encapsulations of some key ideas that we want to gift out to other leaders of volunteers and experts, and however we're defining that?
I think for me, a really important tip for people in our sector is to play the long game, and people have told me, look, Trace, I think Matt Hick from the Heritage Volunteering Group said this to me. Not everyone's as passionate as you, Tracey. that this is my career, this is my life, this is what I love. I really enjoy my job, and I enjoy the possibility of growth that's to come. But volunteer engagement is a really fulfilling career. And for me, I think what I would encourage people to do is to play the long game, is to not see ourselves as someone who sits in an office just plugging away at the recruitment and retention stuff and doing all the things we've been told we have to do, recruit, tick, recognise, tick, train, tick. Build relationships, build networks, get out into community, learn about what happens in those communities in terms of supporting each other and helping to meet needs. Find out how they might do things differently to you. Find out what strength exists in the way they do things, and start to let that trickle into your sense of what is possible in volunteer engagement, because we truly are not going to see volunteering as something that's sustainable if we don't facilitate this shift. We're seeing declining numbers in formal volunteering right across the world. And while I understand all of the factors that lead to this in terms of, COVID and increased, living expenses and all that kind of stuff, a big part of it is that people's expectations have shifted and we haven't shifted with them. And so, we need to be learning new ways of seeing what's possible, new ways of how things are done that we don't necessarily do them in that way. And that takes time, as you said, Dana. It can take, certainly working with First Nations people here in Australia, they're like, it can take years. First of all, they just need to see you show up over and over and over again and not ask anything from them. Just be there, become someone who's trusted, so that they will then start to talk to you and to share and to invite you in. And we often see ourselves as a bit too busy to do that stuff. So I would encourage people to invest in the long game, build some networks and some relationships with community groups and communities who do things differently.
Trust is our currency. We have to invest trust in that relationship building, and really just honesty and transparency with ourselves, and going through the uncomfortable things together, and then coming out the other side to these joyous discoveries. And I think that's fantastic. It's fantastic, priceless advice having you here chatting for the last little while. And those are wonderful Tuesday tips. And the point of any of the Tuesday tips that I have, or you or other guests have, is just to spark that idea. So it might be something useful day to day, but just to get that spark of idea to start to do that longer work, to make more of an investment in yourself and your community and your networks. That's just wonderful to talk to you, Tracey. Thank you for being here.
And always a pleasure to talk to you, Dana.